Omission of relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are those pronouns that relate a noun that refers to a noun, and relative pronouns very often join or combine two clauses, usually who, which, that, whom, etc. are relative pronouns. So our topic today is omission of RP. Omission of relative pronoun. This is very important topic in respect of the learning of grammar. In relative clause sentences, we find that there is a relative pronoun. It's usual, but sometimes we may omit the relative pronoun from the relative clause sentence, but not in all the cases. There are some cases, there are some situations where we may, if we wish, if we want, we may omit the use of relative pronoun, we may leave out the relative pronoun. Situation 1, when the structure of the relative clause sentence is like this: RP plus subject plus verb. Then in this situation we may omit the relative pronoun. Example: we should take the medicines which the doctors give to us. This is the medicine which the doctors give to us. In this sentence, this relative pronoun is here, after this subject, then the verb. RP, subject, verb. And in this case, we may omit this relative pronoun. We should take the medicines the doctors give to us. Here we don't find the relative pronoun. This is feasible. This is grammatical. My father disliked the politician. My father disliked the politician whom you like. My father dislikes the politician whom you like. Here RP subject verb. In this sentence also we find this structure, so we may rewrite this sentence. My father dislikes the politician you like. There is no wrong in it. We may write this sentence in this way, where there will be no relative pronoun. The omission of relative pronoun is justified in this case. The rogues create the problems that people in general face in their everyday life. The rogues create the problem that people in general face in their everyday life. Here we find that this is the relative pronoun, this is the subject, this is the verb. In this case, also we may omit this relative pronoun. The rogues create the problem people face people in general face in their everyday life. In this sentence, this is justified. Here is no relative pronoun, and this is in conformity with the rule. Situation second. The structure where preposition plus RP is there, we can omit this RP. And example, this is the school in which many great persons used to read. This is the school in which many great persons used to read. This sentence can be rewritten, omitting this relative pronoun, but in that case we must place this preposition at the end of the sentence. This is the school many great persons used to read in. In this sentence there is no site, there is no place of relative pronoun. This is grammatical, this is all right, and this preposition is placed at the end of the sentence. So this is also justified, and in this case we may omit the relative pronoun. Third situation, where there is WH plus be verb. This is be verb. I respect Akbar the Great, who was a pioneer of secularism. I respect Akbar the Great, who was a pioneer of secularism. In this sentence, we may omit these two, both the relative pronoun and the be verb. In this case, we may omit these two. Along with be verb, the relative pronoun will also be omitted, and then the sentence will be rewritten. I respect Akbar the Great, a pioneer of secularism. So these are all the cases where, or all the situations where the relative pronoun can be omitted if we want. And in this case, after omitting this two, a comma should be placed beside the object. After omitting this, a comma should be placed. So this is all about how we can, or in which situations we can omit the relative pronouns.